Friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. You look beautiful. Your parents are proud of you. I'm proud of you. Today we're playing a game. No, not like Saw. That would be a very different game. Today's game is pretend that an earthquake happened and destroyed your entire collection. This game is not fun. I don't like this game. So if that happened, what are the 10 fragrances that you would buy first to start replacing all that? That's what we're doing. I've got my 10 right here, and these are designer fragrances. I do plan on doing a niche version of this as well, which I will probably put up on my Extra Gents channel. Which, by the way, shameless plug, if you haven't subscribed to Extra Gents, go subscribe to it. I'll link it down below. On the Extra channel, I do more reviews of older designer fragrances, niche fragrances, and sprinkle in an occasional list here and there. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's check out these 10 fragrances that I would buy first if I lost everything. And friends, as always, I will have these linked in the description below. Feel free to check them out down there. And also my fragrances. This is Terra Nova. There's also Blue Ridge, Jet Black Enigma. And I'm working on some new ones right now. As I'm speaking, I'm working on them. You can't see it, but I'm doing it. But these three, they're in every Perfumania, every fragrance outlet store in America. So check those out if you're near one of those stores or if you have one nearby, or order them off the old internet, which is linked below, using the code GENTSENSE for 20% off. With all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the fragrances that I'm gonna buy again if everything goes boom. The first one, Terre d'Hermès. This is the original Terre d'Hermès, and I've gotta be honest here. These bottles, nearly indestructible. So if everything did come tumbling down in just a mess of broken glass and shattered dreams, I think I could look through all of that and the Terre d'Hermès would still be alive. But if it were not, I would pick it up again. And this bottle right here, I'll show you in the video close up, but this bottle, I dropped this thing from legitimately 5.5, 6 feet straight onto concrete. This was years ago, and it was stupid. It was my fault. So I put it on top of a heat pump system. I was outside taking pictures of bottles and stuff, and I put it up on there, kind of on the corner of it, and I went off and did some other stuff. Again, completely my fault. And the little fan kicked on the thing, so it started wobbling a little bit, and it just fell. Landed directly on the corner right here, and it scuffed the top of the bottle, and it busted a little tiny chip of glass off. But that's it. Still kicking. I don't suggest you try that at home. It was a really stupid thing that I did. Again, paying no attention. But Terre d'Hermès, that is a classic. That's a modern masterpiece. Extremely easy to wear, at least in my opinion. It has this kind of flintiness to it, this earthiness to it that some people, you know, they don't jive with it, but it works well for me. Nice orange note in there, great vetiver. It's a top-notch office fragrance, or really a year-round fragrance. Great versatility with that one. So Terre d'Hermès, I'll pick that up again. After that, Acqua di Gio. Profondo is what it is. I have to have at least one Acqua di Gio. And if I had to pick one up, because I have none now, then Profondo is the first one that I would scoop up. This is, as I've said a number of times, my current favorite. Who knows what the future holds? Maybe something comes out that, you know, supplants this and becomes the new number one for me. But I think this is an awesome aquatic. A modern aquatic, little green tinge, some minerality, very easy to wear once again. All these really, well, most all these really easy to wear. Love Acqua di Gio Profondo. So yeah, pick up another bottle of this. And then I will also pick up Dior Homme Intense. I don't know why I said it like that. I was trying to think, like, do we go really over the top with Dior Homme Intense, just keep it normal? And instead it was just something weird in between. Dior Homme Intense is just, man. It's almost indescribable at this point how much I love this stuff. I have multiple bottles of it. It has aged like a fine wine. It wasn't always this deep of an ambery coloration. When I first got the fragrance, it was a little bit lighter than that, but over the years, it's like the maturation of the fragrance has just elevated it even further. I know sometimes people will get worried. They'll be like, oh, my fragrance, you know, the bottle is from 2015, 2016. Is it still good? If you stored it correctly, should be, as long as there's no defect with the bottle. But man, if I got, at this point, like if I could find a 2015 or older bottle of Dior Homme Intense for a good price, I would scoop that up in a millisecond because it is richer, it is deeper, it's creamier, it's sweeter, it's just top notch. Dior Homme Intense, I gotta keep it. I gotta have it. Yeah, truthfully, out of everything in this list today, if I were to bust the bottle, this is the one that would break my heart the most. Iris at its highest level as far as designer fragrances go. That's Dior Homme Intense. Ultramall, the next fragrance from Jean Paul Gaultier. Now I thought about Le Male Le Parfum. I did. And I didn't want to put both of those in the list and have it turn into a torso fest. So we're just going with this one. And truth be told, I think I could use another bottle of this anyway. Ultramall is one of those fragrances that I know at some point, I don't know when, could be years from now, but I know at some point it's one of those fragrances that's going to be gone, you know, discontinued, hard to find at stores, etc., and the price is going to skyrocket. So this is one I think eventually, sometime this year, I'll pick up another bottle. Ultramall is a fragrance that has a wonderful sweetness. It's a real standout fragrance in cool weather and night out situations as well. Big compliment puller. One of my wife's favorites, actually. Going back to when I first got it. Like, this is one that she just smelled and immediately fell in love with. And I really like it too. It's a great flanker in the Le Male line, one of the best. Now this next fragrance really is just cheap. And I put this one in here kind of on a whim, really. Like, I was looking through everything and I was thinking to myself, this would be pretty pricey if I had to pick all these up. So I was thinking about getting something that would be inexpensive, but that I could wear just about anywhere. And so I got L'Homme Rocus right here. As I said, very affordable from discounters. Great blue fragrance. It's got some similarities to some other blue scents out there, but that doesn't bother me. I think bang for the buck, it is absolutely fantastic. It's a little more of a spring, summertime fragrance, more of a daytime fragrance, but realistically with blue fragrances, man, you can wear those whenever you want. So L'Homme, gonna pick this one up. Usual caveats also, if you catch me on a different day, it'd probably be a different lineup. But this is what I'm feeling today. So if everything came tumbling down right now, I'd go ahead and order these. Sadly, very sadly, but I'd order them. Let's get a little blue fragrance action going. We just had L'Homme, and I'm gonna run through 3 more fragrances that are different iterations of blue. First up, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, what can you say? This is, I would say, the quintessential blue designer fragrance. This is that scent. It's that scent, it's that dude. You can wear it anywhere. To the office, yes. On a date, yes. To an interview, yes. To a wedding, yes. Casually with friends, yes. Sporting event, sure. To a bar, yeah. It doesn't matter. Like, you can wear it casually, formally, semi-formally, in your pajamas, doesn't matter. It has a really arresting, attention-grabbing opening. The Bleu de Chanel Eau de Toilette and Eau de Parfum openings are just some of the highest quality, most finely tuned blue fragrance designer openings I've ever smelled. And then as it dries down, it has this nice light smokiness that adds this gentlemanly touch. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum's great. Now we got Y Eau de Parfum after that. So blue to blue. Y Eau de Parfum, it's sweeter than Bleu de Chanel, right? It's sweeter off the top, through the mid, into the dry down, sweeter all the way around. Really good performance, massive compliment factor, huge. The apple in here is one of the notes that people cling on to the most. The apple in the opening and the mid of Y Eau de Parfum, it helps set it apart from the other blue fragrances out there. It gives it its own identity. This has been one that has been a go-to of mine for a while. I mean, really, basically since it ever came out. And I've got to say, I really enjoy the new one. Y Eau de Parfum Intense, I'm really digging that. But Y Eau de Parfum has been through more with me, you know? It's like battle tested. And so I'd go for that one first. I would pick up Y Eau de Parfum Intense eventually, but I would get the EDP first. Sauvage Elixir up next. So we have a Y, we have a Bleu de Chanel, and now we have a Sauvage, the 3 big dogs. The one that sticks out the most is this one, because Y Eau de Parfum, firmly in blue fragrance territory. Same as Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, that is too. Sauvage Elixir, now we're playing with something a little bit different. Sauvage Elixir is just next level classy. It's very grown up without smelling overly dated, which is tricky to do because Sauvage Elixir, as I've said a number of times, does have like this kind of throwback vibe to it. You can tell that it's taken inspiration from fragrances of decades gone by and retooled it and reworked it into a modern man's fragrance. Yes, it's expensive, but you do get good bang for your buck here because it lasts forever, it projects monstrously, and on top of all that, it's a compliment monster. There's so much to love about it. So I gotta go for Sauvage Elixir. The next one is another cheapie. So L'Homme Rocus and this one are my two inexpensive choices. This one is from Versace, the Dreamer. Now this choice is kind of out of left field. When you think Versace, you might think Eros, might think Versace Pour Homme, Dylan Blue, Oud Noir, something like that. But I'm gonna go the Dreamer. I think the Dreamer is very unique. This stuff stands out on its own. I don't know that I've ever smelled another fragrance that had me think, oh, yeah, that's like the Dreamer, because it's just its own fragrance, you know? It's not trying to fit in with other things. It's just saying, here I am. If you like me, great. If you don't, I don't care. Love the presentation. Beautiful, beautiful looking bottle. Built-in atomizer to the top here. Great bang for your buck once again. The opening, some people think it's a little off-putting. I love the stuff. It has this great aromatic feel to it. This tobacco leaf that's not a pipe tobacco, like a sweet pipe tobacco. Instead, as I said, keeping things more aromatic. It's got some masculine florals in there. And also my wife bought me a bottle of that for Christmas years and years ago. So also sentimental. Last fragrance, L'Odyssée Pour Homme or Encens from Issey Miyake. Now, truth be told, if Pulse of the Night, also by Issey Miyake, was anywhere at a decent price, I would get that one first. Pulse of the Night is just amazing. And also amazingly impossible to find. Issey Miyake is just doing us dirty. They come out with these fragrances, cool weather fragrances that are just absolutely stunning as far as the quality and how they smell versus the price point. Again, talking things like Noir Ombre, Pulse of the Night, Polaris, or Encens, but you can never find them. They pop up at discounters and they are sold out so quick. It's just frustrating, so frustrating. And as of this video, the only one that's available at discounters that I could see is Encens, but it's not a bad pickup. So I would go for this one, and then I would keep my eyes open for the other ones. Again, quality is here. This is overwhelming as far as the quality goes for a just mainline designer scent. It has rose, it has incense, it's got this kind of jamminess to the rose, this bit of sweetness, very classy. It's not gonna be as usable as a lot of these other fragrances. Like this is the type of scent that you wear it on a more special occasion when you're dressed up a little bit more. It's not like the kind of fragrance that most people are gonna grab and spray on and go to the gym or go to work or whatever. That's one that you wear when you're feeling nice. But I need something like that in this collection here of 10 fragrances because, you know, we have blue, 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 blue. We've got sweet. We've got one office type fragrance. Gotta get this one in here to help shake things up a bit. So there we go. As of right now, this minute that I'm sitting here talking to you, those are the 10. Catch me tomorrow, probably 10 different ones. I want to thank you all for hanging with me here. Stay safe out there, and you know, I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.